Well, I'll be damned. It's one of those chapters again where we see complete madness. And for all you Garp fans, stick around to the end. It's worth it. One Piece 1080. We begin the chapter on Hachinosu, which is Blackbeard's island. It's his pirate island. And Koby has escaped. And for you guys who have terrible memory like me and don't exactly remember, Koby got captured and taken by Blackbeard a while ago when he invaded Amazon Lily and was about to destroy Hancock. Until Rayleigh saved her ass, of course, but that didn't mean that Koby was going to be saved, and he ended up getting taken by the end of all that. Now, ever since that happened, I always wondered what Blackbeard's intentions and what his goals were to actually taking Koby, and this chapter reveals that. And truth be told, I was thinking over the top when it came to Blackbeard and his goals for capturing Koby, but it's honestly not so complicated. It's actually pretty simple. But I'll get to that. So the other pirates on Hachinosu got word that Koby escaped, so they think of this bright idea of, hey, let's capture Koby because Cross Guild has a reward for guys like him. As you know, people in the Marines now have a bounty on their head because of Cross Guild. So Koby has a 5-star bounty. And this is a big bounty. This equals up to 5 treasure boxes, and that's about 500 million berries they explain in this chapter. Essentially meaning one treasure box is about 100 million, and you guys get the message after that. Koby is a captain, and captains are usually worth 1 star. However, Koby has the famous title in his name. Of course, being the hero, Koby the hero, because of the Rocky Port incident. Which I'm really hoping in the future we see just a small flashback of. You guys remember the big skull on Hachinosu also, right? Well, guess what? It starts talking now. How does it begin talking? Well, we get the reveal of another devil fruit from another Titanic captain of Blackbeard's crew, and that's Alvaro Pizarro. His fruit reminded me a lot of Pika's fruit from Doflamingo's crew, but he has the island fruit, so he's an island man. He's an island boy. Get that shit out of here. Since he becomes the island itself, he feels the amount of people that are escaping, and the people that are escaping are the slaves that Blackbeard's crew had captured, with Koby being the reason that they're escaping. He's leading the escape. He could have easily left them all behind, and they're all grateful that he took them along. Pizarro didn't do anything to stop the slaves from escaping. He looks like he doesn't want anything to do with them at the moment. And this annoys the hell out of Shiryu because he could have just easy got it done and over with. Then we cut back over to other members of Blackbeard's crew and we get their fruit too. This is awesome. First up, Vasco Shot. Vasco Shot is obviously the heavy drinker, so it's only natural that Vasco Shot has the Glug Glug fruit. I've seen other translations where it's Gabu Gabu no Mi, but it's all liquor. Vasco suggests that they burn the city to capture everyone, but Pizarro is not with that shit. He's like, yo, you're gonna start a big fire and Teach is gonna get mad and who knows what the fuck that guy's gonna do. I honestly would like to see Blackbeard mad at his own crew now that I think about it. Maybe it's happened before, but I can't recall it happening. But I would like to see Blackbeard, you know, be that strong, villainous, in charge leader. So the second that any of his crew members does anything wrong, he just straight out disciplines them or does something even more devious. So after the idea of burning everything down gets shot down, Vasco suggests leaving it to San Juan Wolf. San Juan Wolf is the giant colossal battleship. He has possession of the giant fruit, making him a gigantic man. This dude is big, okay? Beforehand, we knew this dude had a devil fruit that made him bigger than what he already was, but now it's clear exactly what devil fruit he has. This is the same guy that towers over even the largest beings, like Oars Jr. He was so big that he appeared to be the same size as Marine headquarters. But at the moment, he's sleeping peacefully, and they don't want all that destruction happening with him awake. Pizarro says that's out of the question. We just finished fixing up the Rocky Port, so he's not about to have San Juan destroying everything all over again. Also, I'm about to cut to a Blackbeard brief flashback when he was on Hachinosu Island. I don't want people being confused. Blackbeard is not currently in Hachinosu. As you guys know, he's on another island somewhere fighting Law and his crew. Currently in the timeline, the only 3 Titanic captains that are there on Blackbeard's island is Vasco Shot, San Juan Wolf, and Pizarro. At least that's what it looks like based on this chapter. Now let's talk about Blackbeard's reasoning for kidnapping Koby. As we look back at when he first captured Koby and he's sitting at his island, He talks about making his pirate island into a country, one that's recognized by the world government and one that he's recognized of being a king, an official king. Hey, Blackbeard, if Wapol could do it, I'm sure you can do it no problem. You got this, my boy. But there is one problem. That's not going to go as smooth as he wants it to go because the island, the country that he's trying to create now, has a bunch of criminals on it. So there's no way in hell that the world government is going to allow that and just let him become a king and have his own country of criminals. That's where Kobe comes in. Blackbeard figured, hey, I'm going to negotiate your life. That way the military lets me get my way. But Kobe interrupts him. He's like, nah, that's not working, my boy. I'm part of Sword. So Blackbeard's confused now. He's like, what the freak is Sword? And it's pretty cool because we have Aokiji just chilling there. It's always nice to see Aokiji hanging around with Blackbeard's crew, especially since we got it announced way back in Dressrosa that he joined Blackbeard's crew. Obviously, something's fishy right there, but that's another story. He's definitely part of Sword. But being a former Marine, Aokiji would have insight on what Sword exactly is. He clarifies that when it comes to Sword, the members of Sword are Marines, but not a Marine at the same time. They don't follow Marine code. The process of this is it consists of Marines who have already submitted their resignation. And because of that, it gives them the freedom to pick fights with any of the 4 emperors without needing the permission from any of the superiors in the world government. They can move freely, ignoring all other orders. The only downside, and it is a pretty big downside, is the Navy is not responsible for any of these guys. They're not responsible for their actions, and they can fire them at any time. So I'm sure the Marines will go ballistic if an admiral was to be captured, or even a vice admiral. But for these guys, once they're captured, it's not in the Navy's hands. As Blackbeard begins to understand, it doesn't matter to him, simply because Kobe has the title of hero in his name. So he's not just any other Sword member or Marine member. In Blackbeard's head, the Navy can't just abandon you, and he's gonna inform the public about this. That way they can't ignore the matter at all. Now, let me fucking tell you guys, Blackbeard is so lucky. Anyone with Blackbeard is so damn lucky that they got off that island when they did, because someone is on their way to rescue Kobe right now. And this somebody is no joke. I'm talking about the Marine rival of the Pirate King himself, Roger. We got goddamn Garp on the way helping his beloved pupil. Shit, let me not even jump to that yet. Before I even get into that, let me show you and let me reveal to you the person who's responsible for letting Kobe escape. It is none other than our beloved Perona. Yeah, Perona's loyal as fuck when it comes to Moria, because she tells Kobe that the only way she'll let him out is if Kobe releases Moria from his inner prison as well. We don't see Moria get released this chapter, but I'm sure he's wandering somewhere about. And I'm curious to see if Moria can redeem himself, because Moria is still one of the worst people I've ever seen in One Piece. I despise the dude. But I do respect the fact that he came all the way to this island himself to get Absalom. And that also leads me to wonder how Perona is going to act. Like, what's going to be her reaction to hearing that Absalom is dead? Will it be words from Moria, or will she just be seeing it in front of her when she sees Shiryu use Absalom's fruit? Personally, I think it'd be way more crushing if she saw it just like Moria did. Earlier, I mentioned to you the reveal of certain devil fruits for certain Titanic captains. Now let's take a deeper look into the members of Sword. Beginning with this woman. She's a Navy HQ Rear Admiral, and her name is Kujako. She's the grandchild, actually, of the great advisor, Suru. I'll be damned, I had no idea somebody was going to bag up Suru. I just know for a fact she had to be banging like how Big Mom was back in the day. Kujako's devil fruit is the whip fruit. She can command anything she whips, including buildings, and make it move or do anything that she wants, I guess. Which is pretty awesome, but it leads me to wonder, does it apply for any whip, considering it's a devil fruit ability? The image we get of her, it looks like her sword transforms into a whip, so I guess that's the doing of her devil fruit. So I'm going to go with that. And as the pirates have cornered Kobe, Kobe gets his ass saved from the next member of Sword, and that's from Navy HQ Commander Hibari, who is a sniper for Sword that uses GP flower bullets to turn enemies gunpowder into flowers, so it becomes a safe field for Kobe. Lastly, we have a Navy HQ Rear Admiral, Prince Gruss, who is a clay human. He has the Gugu fruit. He can create golems. And so far, everything is wrapping up pretty well. We see all the pirates that was running after Kobe. It looks like they're surrounded thanks to Kuchako's devil fruit ability with controlling the buildings. All people of sword that I've just mentioned right now have all appeared before back in 1061 when Helmeppo was crying along with Hibari to Prince Gruss and some others about Kobe being captured and how they want to make their way to rescue Kobe. But the squad is not complete yet. Kobe, the pirates, and others look up into the sky, and to their surprise, a ship is about to land. And it really reminds me of the coup de burst whenever the Straw Hats used that for the Sunny, so I thought it was nice looking at. Tashigi, Helmeppo, and Vice Admiral Garp is on that ship, and they're ready to fight. Garp doesn't even look remotely stressed. He's laughing his ass off because he knows he's about to have a clean sweep. Come on, do you guys know who we're talking about here? This is Garp. You can just see the look on other pirates' face. They're scared out of their mind. It's the legendary hero. No way. They thought that he retired. Psych. Garp jumps off that ship and uses a move that we have yet to see in the series. Finally, Garp uses a move called Galaxy Impact. And let me tell you, that name is perfect for the move that he does. The punch ended up destroying the whole town, and you can see the hockey coming out of that punch. It's insane. He yells out before even doing that move and says, "Do you even realize who you guys abducted? Are you guys stupid? Dumb? This is Kobe, the future of the Navy." Not only that, he's my beloved pupil. I really enjoyed how Garp said that. It makes me hopeful that Kobe one day ends up leading the Navy and becoming even a fleet admiral. And I know we just got those rules with sword, but hopefully something happens where it allows him to do that, or he just reaches a legendary status like Garp. Look how far Garp is willing to go for his pupil too. I imagine that this is what Garp would have liked for Ace and Luffy in another reality if they became Marines. He would have protected them just as hard. But since they went down the road of pirates, unfortunately, he just can't do that. Oda has been finally giving the fans what they want to, and I love it. Just the other chapter, we got Shanks with his move, and now this chapter, we got Garp and his move. I swear, at this rate, the next chapter, we better have someone like Soga King make his return and show the true power that he holds in his hands. But, oh my god, look at that Galaxy Impact punch. If there was any doubters, you guys were insane to doubt Garp's power. We already knew the status of this man and what he was capable of, just on the brief description we got on him based on his past. So I'm not even surprised that this man was able to do this to the town. Oh my god, I just want to see him in his prime. Hell of a chapter, loved it. We're on break next week. You guys let me know what you thought of it. Comment down below, man. My mind is blown away.